Yeah, hi everyone. This is Dean Laprini. I am reporting back after our latest solstice and full moon gathering. And I wanted to thank everybody, my friends and folks around the world who joined in our little solstice full moon seeding intention that we all did at sunrise and full moon this past June 21st and June 24th. It was the time that the great sun, moon, and Mother Earth performed an amazing symbol of the yin yang across our planet. As you can see, this image here showing both the sun and the moon at this solstice time, both creating the yin and yang symbol across our Mother Earth, kind of a divine light and shadow show that shows the amazing balance and unity consciousness that I believe is being ushered in at this very, very important time in our human spiritual evolution, if you like. And I wanted to thank you all again for those who came up to the sacred dolmen on the morning of the 20th and 21st to observe the turning of the sun at this ancient megalithic earth temple. And for those of you who joined me on our Flying Bushman journey into the Verlorenvlei and mountains surrounding Ilansby up the west coast, where again we were involved with ceremony to usher in a consciousness that was honoring of divine balance, unity, heart-centered love, peace, and truth, and of course hope for humanity. These were some of the things that we seeded into these special ceremonies at these sacred sites. And I wanted to share with you some of the images of this turning of the sun, this winter solstice here in the southern hemisphere, and obviously the summer solstice for all of you up in the northern hemisphere. I truly believe that this is a time that we need to reconnect with these ancient cycles of Mother Nature that surround and support us, and use these places to help bring ourselves into divine balance and unity consciousness. So thanks again, and I'm now going to play this little video to show you where we were and what we did, for those of you who couldn't join us here in South Africa. So the first place that we went to was actually up in the Muizenberg Mountains above St. James on the Cape Peninsula, where we have a 20-foot, in fact it's 25 feet high dolmen, and this dolmen has two uprights and a massive lintel that comes over the top. So we actually see on the clip here the inverted triangle that is created, and this is representative of the yoni, or the vulva of the Earth Mother. So this is where the Father Sun and Mother Earth come together and co-create life on Earth. And all of us gathered in this very powerful place, people of different color, the light and the shadow, came together beautifully in this harmonious gathering, where we were all able to connect with others around the world as well at this powerful time, and join in celebration of this divine cosmic event that was taking place. So to honor the sacred turning of the sun, the new year, if you like, as the sun begins its journey back to the springtime here in the southern hemisphere. So light and hope for humanity is restored.
Sweet creatress of the night and day, bring your spirit through, rest our thoughts in you, guide our feet in the natural way. All round Mother Earth, bring her into birth, sweet creatress of the night and day, bring your spirit through, rest our thoughts in you, guide our feet in the natural way.
Good morning, everybody. We're just here. We're just experiencing the alignment at the moment. I'm going to share this with you if I can walk into position. There you go. So here we have the dolmen on the corner of Musenberg Mountain, and we've all come up to honor the turning of the sun on this very special day, the winter solstice, the longest day of the longest night and the shortest day, and of course the turning point. So from here, the days will start to get longer, and a time to pay respects to the cycles of nature, as the sun will return to times of more fertility. In other words, going back towards the spring time from today onwards, and from tomorrow onwards. So we are watching the sun both today and tomorrow as it begins its turning. So this is a great opportunity to let stuff go, let the unserving baggage go, and to seed new consciousness, new awareness within yourself, set new intentions for yourself going forward for the next new year or for the next year ahead, because energetically this is actually the turning of the sun, marking the beginning of another year cycle. So a time when the ancient peoples all over the world did ceremony, and here in South Africa, this I believe is one of the ancient earth temples that was honoring the union between the Father Sun and the Mother Earth, and for all the life that they birth and nurture together. So just wanted to send you all much love and blessings. Have an awesome day, and please hold this intention in your hearts, and if you like, you can keep holding it for the full moon, which is about to come, and then give one big push and push this consciousness out into the collective consciousness of humanity, for heart-centered love, hope, truth, balance, and unity. So blessings to you all. You all want to say hi to everyone? Awesome. So, okay. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, we are back at the dolmen here on the corner of Musenberg Mountain. We are greeting the sun along with a whole bunch of other wonderful beings, and we are here to honor this turning of the sun, and this union between the Father Sun and the Earth Mother. So the dolmen represents the inverted triangle you see here, represents the yoni, and we are experiencing a divine love affair here between the Father Sun and the Mother Earth. So the sun is actually seeding its life force into the womb of the Earth Mother, to ensure that life will continue, and that there will be a rebirth of life and hope for humanity. So we are here collectively to honor this turning of the sun, and also to take this opportunity to let go the old unserving energies within the consciousness of humanity, and to rebirth and to nurture a new seed of consciousness, or at least to reawaken a seed of consciousness that was held by the ancient ones, one that has a deep love and respect for all nature and for all life. And this is what we are here collectively doing today. And we are here to hold a seed of consciousness, a heart-centered love, hope, balance, peace, and truth for humanity going forward. So if you all want to join and hold that seed for the next 3 days, we're going to hold that in our consciousness right up until the full moon that is happening on the 24th. So this is what we are collectively doing here in South Africa and with other friends around the world. So you're welcome to join in on this moment, and I will share with you the sun coming through the dolmen right now. Yeah, so that was an awesome sunrise indeed. We had both mornings perfectly clear on the horizon. So it's amazing how spirit always comes to the party. The elemental energies are aware and conscious of people that are honoring this day and the turning of the sun. And somehow 95% of the time over the last 30 years, the winter solstice horizon calendar has been perfectly clear for us to experience this turning of the sun. So I'm extremely grateful for the collective energies and the co-creation that has taken place. And so not only was it this alignment of the dolmen, but also on the peninsula we have the Grail stone, a inverted equilateral triangle, also positioned to align with the winter solstice. Just by hand. So yeah, this Grail stone, as I call it, is one of the most amazing rock placements in the Earth Temple layout and structure on the Cape Peninsula. And here we can see that this also was aligning at the winter solstice sunset. So we have a perfect equilateral triangle with a rectangular hole that just happens to hold the golden mean geometries, the one as to 1.618 pi ratios, Fibonacci sequence, and that was also lining up on the solstice. And so after the solstice, a group of 7 of us headed up the west coast of Cape Town, heading for the Elands Bay area, the Verloren Vlei, the last place that the elephants were seen in the Western Cape. And we were going to visit a very special place known as the Dipkloof rock shelter. And this rock shelter has a number of very interesting rock paintings, and it really stands out in the landscape as a natural earth temple and an attraction to anybody in the area. So there are many rock paintings that I believe were also aligned to the sun and the moon and the stars. So we were there to honor this full moon that was rising at the same position as the summer solstice. Sunrise would rise and set where the summer solstice sun would set. So this was the yin and yang of the sun and moon, both playing the two extreme turning points of the sun and moon at the same time. So an amazing time of balance, divine balance across our Mother Earth. A cosmic event not to be missed. So we headed up to the Diepkloof rock shelter. For the moonrise on the 24th. So we all made our way up the rocky slope to the main mother cave, the sunrise and moonrise mother cave of the Diepkloof shelter. And here we had an amazing experience where the moon rose up over the horizon. We put down a few ceremonial things from my Misa from around the world. We put some red ochre to honor the fertility of our Mother Earth, for all the life that she nurtures and gives birth to. We watched the sun slowly drop down on the horizon, and then the moon actually started to rise, and it was awesome. It came through the little gateway that we had anticipated. I had taken some alignments sometime before to see how this moon was going to engage with the rock paintings. So we had an awesome time. We had an opportunity to seed again our intention of heart-centered love, unity, hope, balance, and peace for humanity in this sacred site, along with a group of wonderful goddesses, all having an awesome time together, connecting with Mother Earth and the moon. So that was an awesome experience. We then went down and enjoyed a dinner. And then we came up the next morning again for sunrise, because of course the sun was still holding the alignments for the solstice, only 0.1 degrees off at that time. So we were able to get ourselves into position and actually experience the sunrise as it would have been on the solstice as well. And again, we were not forsaken. The clouds opened up and the sun came through, and we were able to again see how the light of the rising sun penetrated the cave, and the rock paintings, especially the handprints, that I was interested to see if they had any correlation to the sunrise, and they most certainly did. It was as though the hands on the ceiling were placed there to greet the sun. So this was a confirmation of the research that I was doing, and the two main handprints were literally in the center of the sunrise position of the winter solstice, and were first to literally greet the sun. So I was very excited to see how the light and the shadow interacted with these handprints. And of course, we were deeply feeling into the spirit of the ancestors of this place that obviously we had connected with, coming up to the shelter and acknowledged their spirit and their presence and asked for their guidance.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. rise with the rising sun. Listen to the heart. We are one, we are one, we are one. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Rise with the rising sun. Listen to the heart. We are one, we are one, we are one.
The next day, we headed off straight away to Elands Bay, to the what I call the seal cave, where the negative space of the cave entrance actually takes the shape and form of a seal, and the seals are actually right down below the cave as well. And again, here we had a number of handprints that we were going to explore, and this was now sunrise. We were not watching the sunrise, but we were watching the full moon set in the alignment of where the summer solstice sun would set. And the same thing happened. We were not disappointed. We did see the full moon drop to at least 1 or 2 degrees, 1.5 degrees off the horizon before the sun light made it a bit too light to see, but the alignments were able to be recognized and acknowledged. Again, the handprints were positioned to engage with the full moon set of the winter solstice. So that was another awesome experience that we had. We were able to also do some honoring of the ancestors, do some ceremony and some circle dance in the cave. And the next evening, we actually headed up to the cave again, the same cave, the Elands Bay cave, and again had another sunset alignment that was very close to the winter solstice alignment. So again, we had this experience in the seal cave there at Baboon Point, Head Point in Elands Bay. The following, the next evening, we decided we are going to go to the Flying Bushman site, the title of our journey. Most primal circle dance that has been around for hundreds of thousands of years, and it just goes like this. Oh, great Spirit, earth and sky and sea, you are inside and all around me. Oh, great Spirit, earth and sky and sea, you are inside and all around me. Oh, great Spirit, earth and sky and sea, you are inside and all around me. I was particularly excited to revisit the Flying Bushman painting site that I had been to a month prior to this, taking some alignments to double check what was going to happen. But the Flying Bushman painting depicts one shaman bushman who shows himself literally leaning over and taking flight. And this is the dream flight. I don't know how many of you have had this experience, but for me personally, I do have shamanic dream flights where I actually literally fly. Something like Superman, I guess you could say. And there's a certain technique in the dream state that I do, which is almost exactly depicted by these rock paintings. So when I take off in my dream flight, I actually do the same thing. I slowly lean over and fall down, literally like I'm going to fall flat on my face. And just as I tilt to that point where I'm going to fall, as I fall, I literally take off and am able to fly. So this Bushman painting for me was just awesome. And I had seen that the overhead cave shelter and the horizon were going to create what we call a sun dagger effect or a moon dagger effect. So basically, I had seen that what would happen is that there would be a literal sun dagger that would be created by the rising moon. So I had come back to experience this. So two of us had gone back at about 9 o'clock at night to watch the moon rise up and create this effect. And once again, we were not disappointed. The clouds cleared after much praying and chanting. Again, we seeded our prayers and intentions in that sacred place, honoring the ancestors of the Kham and Khoisan Bushman peoples. And we were not disappointed. The moon did come up, and it created a dagger of light that actually hit the flying bushman exactly right there. So the dagger actually allowed the bushman to actually take flight with the moon, with the moonlight, if you like. Yeah, what an awesome experience was had by us all. The following morning, we went to what we call the Yoni, the sacred Yoni. Again, I believe to be an earth temple, a Yoni temple, honoring the Earth Mother. And this is a massive rock yoni, probably about 10 feet in size, with a complete vulva and the vagina that again aligns to the sun and the moon. The moon did come through. We had to shine a light because the sun was rising, so it wasn't as powerful as we had anticipated. But the sun did come through the yoni. The moon did come through the yoni, and everyone had an awesome experience. And we were all able to witness that profound alignment of the sacred feminine with the moon. And of course, as we know, all our womb cycles are woven into the movements and the cycles of the moon. So when we were in that alignment, we could actually recreate it by shining the torch through, and sure enough, the yoni and the vagina was aligned to a seat outside on the opposite side of the wall, rock wall, where one could sit and actually receive the seed, if you like, the energetic force of the sun and the moon at that particular time. So we'll be watching that very closely. This is going to happen again towards Imbolc, which is the beginning of spring. So the full moon at spring is going to fully align with this great rock yoni, and a place, I believe, of honoring the fertility of Mother Earth, and may very well have been used for fertility rites of the early peoples of this area. So those of you who are interested, I have another journey coming up, and this is going to be a journey to the garden route, which I've done once or twice before with amazing people, and this will be happening for the spring equinox. Caves and shelters, the Vulva Rock down at Mikey's River, that it also contains some of the deepest archaeological shell middens in South Africa, Robberg, Pinnacle Point, all the ancient places of humanity going back 150,000 years of human habitation. So I will be leading a small, intimate group along the garden route, leading up to the spring equinox, where we will then finish in Cape Town and head up to the sacred Grailstone in order to share this alignment with you, which I haven't really done with groups, only one or two groups over the 30 years that I've really taken up to that site. So I look forward to sharing that with you all. If you'd like to join me, please go to my website, get my details, deanlaprini.com, and also go and have a look at the Sacred Sites Foundation website. If you're interested in ordering my book, you can also get that online on my website, Pathways of the Sun, Unveiling the Mysteries of Table Mountain and Beyond. If anyone wants to support the non-profit organization, the Sacred Sites Foundation of Southern Africa, you can also go onto that website and lend your support for the work that we do in the custodianship and the research of sacred sites across Southern Africa. So once again, thank you to all of you who lended your being, either in the physical or in the spiritual, energetic, from around the world, who helped bring in and hold this seed of consciousness for humanity. And I will even go as far as to say, let's hold this intention, let's hold this this new seedling that we have, consciousness seedling that we have given birth to, and continue to nurture it every month for the full moon. So these are journeys that really bring together some amazing people. We do some profound inner and outer work. This particular journey will be all about balancing the inner and outer landscapes. So many of these sacred sites hold ancient consciousness of our humanity, and we are able to bring together these pieces of ourselves that are slumbering away. So an opportunity to really go deep into the aspects of your beingness. Look and find your power within you, bring it out, express it, and share it with those around you within your life as we step forward into the now together. So these are very transformative journeys, and I welcome you all to be a part of it. You will make friendships that will last for many, many years. We have WhatsApp groups of our journeys that have been going for 8 years, and people are still in communication with each other. So please join me, Dean Laprini. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I could use a few more followers, and just much love and blessings to you all. coming up, and laprini.com, and also go and have a look at the Sacred Sites Foundation website. If you're interested in ordering my book, you can also get that online on my website, Pathways of the Sun, Unveiling the Mysteries of Table Mountain and Beyond. If anyone wants to support the non-profit organization, the Sacred Sites Foundation of Southern Africa, you can also go onto that website and lend your support for the work that we do in the custodianship and the research of sacred sites across Southern Africa. So once again, thank you to all of you who lended your being, either in the physical or in the spiritual, energetic, from around the world, who helped bring in and hold this seed of consciousness for humanity. And I will even go as far as to say, let's hold this intention. Let's hold this this new seedling that we have, consciousness seedling that we have given birth to, and continue to nurture it every month for the full moon. For every full moon that comes from here on forward. It's a time that is universal. So look on your lunar calendars, find out when the full moon is exactly, and let's all hold that time sacred and hold a short meditation and prayer that will usher in and give more nurturance to this consciousness seed that we have just birthed. And those that seed that we gave birth to, the focus and the intention of this is heart-centered love, unity, balance, hope, truth, and peace. So blessings to you all. We'll stay in touch. Much love.